Building on a time when Hollywood was at its most glamorous, some actors stood out not just for their performances but for their kindness and humility. While many stars competed for attention and fame, a few chose to treat others with respect and compassion. These actors were known for their gentle nature, sincere interactions with fans, and acts of charity that went beyond their film work. They often helped colleagues on set, supported charitable causes quietly, and displayed genuine concern for those around them. Their warmth and humility earned them admiration from their peers and audiences alike, creating a legacy that goes beyond their movies. Despite the pressures of fame, they remained true to their values, inspiring others through their actions. These stars became symbols of kindness in Hollywood, showing that greatness can be measured not only by talent, but also by a generous spirit. As we explore these stories, we see how their kindness left a lasting mark on the industry and those who love their work. Because his music and performances are often remembered, Danny Kaye's contributions to soundtracks played a significant role in making his movies and comedy special. His unique talent for blending music, humor, and storytelling created memorable musical moments that still resonate with audiences today. In his films like White Christmas, the soundtrack was filled with lively songs that showcased his incredible voice and sense of rhythm, making scenes more vibrant and full of joy. His ability to sing, dance, and act all at once helped elevate the films he was in, turning simple scenes into lively musical moments. Besides these movies, Kaye's talent also made his appearances in variety shows and special performances truly entertaining, where he would often sing or perform comedic sketches that relied heavily on upbeat music and clever lyrics. His performances often combined silly humor with catchy tunes, which made his work appealing to viewers of all ages. As a master of humor, he used music not just as background but as a key part of his comedy, turning songs into jokes and punchlines that made everyone laugh. His influence on Hollywood's musical soundtracks is undeniable, as he helped shape the way musical comedy could be both amusing and heartful. Attendant beyond his entertainment, Kaye's humanitarian efforts showed his true character. As the first celebrity ambassador for UNICEF, he used his fame to help children all over the world. Traveling to more than 65 countries, he raised awareness and funds for children in need. His dedication to humanitarian work earned him many awards and praise from people around the world. Kaye's warmth, humor, and kindness made him a beloved figure, not only in Hollywood but across the globe. His soundtracks and performances are still celebrated today as a testament to his extraordinary talent and his deep compassion for others. After hearing the story of Doris Day, many remember how her voice and her warm personality made her stand out in Hollywood's golden age. She became famous in the 1950s and 1960s with movies like Pillow Talk, Calamity Jane, and That Touch of Mink. These films showed her talent, beauty, and charm, making her one of America's favorite actresses. Her bright smile and friendly screen presence made people love her movies. Besides her acting, her singing became very popular. Songs like Que Sera became timeless hits and are still known today. But Doris Day's true legacy goes beyond her film and singing career. Off-screen, she was known for her love of animals. She cared deeply about their well-being, spending years working to help and protect animals. She founded the Doris Day Animal Foundation to support animal rights and to help animals that were abused or abandoned. Even after she left Hollywood, she kept working for animals and used her influence to raise awareness and support charitable causes. Her kindness, compassion, and dedication inspired many and made her a beloved figure not only because of her talent, but also because of her good heart. Doris Day showed that true greatness comes from caring for others, both people and animals, and her warm spirit continues to be remembered today. Besides his impressive career, spanning more than 70 years, Dick Van Dyke became a shining symbol of happiness and talent in the world of entertainment. His performances in movies like Mary Poppins, where he played the cheerful and lively Bert, and in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang showcased his incredible ability to entertain audiences of all ages. On television, his role in The Dick Van Dyke Show made him a household name, demonstrating his skill in comedy with perfect timing, physical humor, and a natural, effortless charm. These skills helped him create characters that brought laughter and warmth to many homes. Despite his fame and success, Van Dyke stayed humble and kind, always approachable, which earned him a reputation as one of Hollywood's most kind-hearted actors. He brought positive energy to every set, and was loved not only by fans but also by co-stars and crew members who appreciated his friendly nature. Off the screen, Van Dyke dedicated time to helping others, especially the homeless and veterans, showing that his kindness went beyond acting. Even as he aged, he continued to perform and bring joy through TV appearances and charity work. His genuine kindness combined with his extraordinary talent has made him a beloved figure in Hollywood, proving that being successful does not mean losing humility. Van Dyke's legacy is one of warmth, humor, and kindness, inspiring many to believe that good character and talent can create a truly special life. Because Shirley Temple was Hollywood's most beloved child star, she captured the hearts of audiences everywhere with her infectious smile and extraordinary talent. During the difficult times of the Great Depression, her movies brought joy and hope to many people who were struggling with hardships. Her films like Bright Eyes, Curly Top, and The Little Princess became very popular and helped make her a cultural icon of the era. Even though she faced the pressure of fame at such a young age, Shirley Temple remained professional, hardworking, and kind. She was known for her gracious attitude and positive spirit, which made her many fans admire her even more. Unlike some child stars who had trouble adjusting to life after childhood, she chose to leave Hollywood gracefully and focus on a new career as a diplomat. She served as the U.S. ambassador to Ghana and later to Czechoslovakia, using her influence to promote humanitarian efforts and support social change. Her work in public service was just as important as her acting career, showing that she was a woman of intelligence, integrity, and resilience. Throughout her life, Shirley Temple proved that kindness and dedication could lead to a meaningful future beyond fame. She will always be remembered as one of the nicest and brightest stars from Hollywood's golden age. Jack Lemmon was a rare talent who excelled in both comedy and drama, seamlessly shifting from slapstick humor to deeply emotional performances. He became a well-known name in Hollywood through his unforgettable roles in movies like Some Like It Hot, The Apartment, and The Odd Couple. In these films, he showed his perfect timing for comedy and his skill in making characters feel real and relatable. Despite his great success, Lemmon stayed humble and friendly. He was always kind and approachable, never letting his fame change who he was. Many young actors looked up to him, and he enjoyed helping and encouraging newcomers to the industry. His long partnership with Walter Matthau created some of the most loved films in Hollywood, like Grumpy Old Men, which still make audiences laugh and smile today. Besides acting, Lemmon was known for his generosity and professionalism. He treated everyone he worked with kindness and respect, creating a positive atmosphere on set. His performances were masterful, not just because they were funny or touching, but because he brought honesty to every role he played. Because of this, Jack Lemmon became one of the most respected and loved figures in Hollywood, admired by colleagues and fans alike. Because Gregory Peck is known as one of the nicest actors from the golden age of Hollywood, his life and career reflect kindness, strength, and dignity. He became famous mostly for playing characters with high morals, showing his natural ability to portray nobility and depth. His most famous role was Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, a character that made him a symbol of justice and integrity. By bringing warmth and sincerity to his roles, Peck earned the respect of many viewers and critics. Moreover, his goodness went beyond movies. He was a strong supporter of civil rights and used his influence to promote fairness and equality. He stood with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during important moments in the civil rights movement, showing his commitment to justice. Even though he had plans to become a doctor, Peck found his true passion in acting. He starred in many classic films like Spellbound, Roman Holiday, and The Guns of Navarone, which are still remembered today. During the 1960s, as Hollywood changed, Peck took on darker and more complex roles, but he always kept his reputation as a kind and respectful man. His generosity was well known, and he often supported humanitarian causes and arts education. Despite his busy career, he was dedicated to his family, and his warmth touched everyone he met. Even late in his life, Peck remained influential, and it is said that he was even considered to play Grandpa Joe in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory before he died in 2003. His life is a testament to the power of kindness and integrity, making him one of the most beloved actors of his time. Because he was not just a dancer, Gene Kelly became a true visionary who transformed the way dance was shown on film. Unlike earlier performers, Kelly moved away from traditional classical dance styles and brought a new, athletic, and energetic approach that made his performances look almost effortless, but full of life and movement. His dances in movies like Singin' in the Rain, An American in Paris, and On the Town are considered some of the most remarkable and enduring in the history of cinema. Besides his incredible talent, Kelly was a kind and collaborative artist who cared about his fellow performers. He always made sure that everyone he worked with, whether experienced or new, felt comfortable and appreciated. He believed that teamwork was very important and often gave credit to his dance partners and choreographers for their help, even though he was known for his own high standards and perfectionism. Off the stage, Kelly was a warm person who liked to support young dancers and help them grow. He saw dance as a way to tell stories and express emotions without words. He worked hard to push limits and find new ways to show dance on film, always striving to improve and innovate. His legacy as a performer, director, and trailblazer continues to inspire many dancers and filmmakers around the world. Ginger Rogers dazzled audiences with her effortless grace, stunning beauty, and undeniable talent. She became famous for her incredible dance routines with Fred Astaire in movies like Top Hat and Swing Time, where their performances seemed almost magical. Her dancing was not only beautiful to watch, but also required a lot of hard work, precision, and discipline, demonstrating her dedication to her craft. Besides her dancing, Rogers was also a talented actress and proved her dramatic ability when she won an Academy Award for her moving performance in the film Kitty Foyle. Despite Hollywood's pressures and the physical demands placed on her, she always remained gracious and humble, never letting fame change her kind and gentle nature. She was deeply devoted to her fans, often taking time to write personal responses to fan letters, which was uncommon among stars at that time. Off-screen, Rogers was known for her generosity and kindness, helping young dancers and actresses who admired her and looked up to her as a role model. Even as she grew older, she continued to support the arts, speaking out for performers' rights, and working to keep the history of classic Hollywood alive. Her charm, elegance, and genuine warmth made her a beloved star who is still remembered today. Later, you can see how Irene Dunne was truly one of the most versatile actresses during Hollywood's golden age. She could do comedy, drama, and musical roles with ease, which made her stand out from many of her peers. Because of her talent and grace, she was often called the First Lady of Hollywood. People remember her movies like The Awful Truth, Love Affair, and I Remember Mama, which showed her ability to tackle different kinds of stories. Unlike many other actresses, Dunne refused to be locked into just one type of role. Instead, she chose to challenge herself by taking on a wide variety of characters, which made her performances interesting and fresh. She was also known for her strong religious beliefs and her desire to help others. Dunne used her fame to support good causes, working with groups like the American Red Cross and the United Nations. Her dedication to humanitarian work was so great that President Dwight D. Eisenhower even considered making her a political delegate. Although she never received an Academy Award, despite being nominated several times, she was respected by everyone in the industry. Her beauty, intelligence, and kind heart made her a remarkable figure during her career, and even after she left the spotlight. Dunne continued her work in social causes, showing that her influence reached beyond acting and Hollywood. Her life demonstrated that success can be measured not only by awards, but also by the impact a person has on the world around them. After considering the life and career of Ricardo Montalban, it is clear that he was much more than a talented actor. He was a pioneer for Latino representation in Hollywood, working hard to change how Latin actors were seen on screen. During a time when Latin actors were often given roles based on stereotypes, Montalban fought to achieve meaningful and respectful portrayals. He founded the Nosotros Foundation, which aimed to support Latino performers and push for better roles for them in movies and TV shows. His career lasted for many decades, during which he became famous for his roles in popular shows and movies. He is especially known for his part in the TV series Fantasy Island, where he played the charming host, and for his role as Khan Noonien Singh in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, where he portrayed one of the most memorable villains in science fiction history. Beyond his acting, Montalban's life was marked by resilience. After suffering a spinal injury that left him partially paralyzed, he refused to let his condition limit or define him. Instead, he used his voice to advocate for disability rights, emphasizing the importance of accessibility and representation for disabled people in the entertainment industry. Throughout his life, his determination, grace, and eloquence inspired many and earned him respect from colleagues and fans alike. His efforts helped open doors for Latino actors and inspired others facing challenges to persevere and stand tall. Ricardo Montalban's legacy is one of courage, dignity, and dedication to making Hollywood a fairer industry for everyone. Since he was one of the most influential entertainers of the 20th century, Bing Crosby changed the way people enjoyed music and entertainment. His smooth baritone voice and relaxed singing style made him stand out and helped shape the music industry for many years. With famous songs like White Christmas, Swinging on a Star, and Pennies from Heaven, Crosby's music became a part of everyday life for millions. He was a big star on radio, in movies, and on television, and his presence was felt everywhere. His film career was marked by his role in Going My Way, a movie that earned him an Academy Award, and The Bells of St. Mary's, which made him a beloved Hollywood figure. Beyond his success on screen and in music, Crosby was known for his kindness and support of young musicians. He used his influence to help new artists get started in the industry, especially Frank Sinatra and Bob Hope, who he helped early in their careers. Crosby cared about others and often worked to support charitable causes like veterans organizations and children's hospitals. His generosity was well known, and he believed in helping those who needed it most. People remember him not only for his music and movies, but also for his humility and the kindness he showed others. His legacy is built on more than just records and awards. It includes the lives he touched through his mentorship and charity work. Bing Crosby's name remains a symbol of warmth, talent, and a giving spirit, and his influence continues long after his time. Since she was the undisputed queen of screwball comedy, Carole Lombard was known for her quick wit, radiant charm, and generous nature. She had a special ability to brighten any room not just through her acting, but with her infectious energy and down-to-earth personality. Her charm made her a favorite among audiences and her fellow actors. Lombard starred in classic films like My Man Godfrey and To Be or Not to Be, which showcased her talent and comedic timing. Because of her popularity, she became one of the highest-paid actresses of her time. Despite her fame, she remained humble and never let her success change her. On set, she was famous for playing practical jokes, which showed her playful side. But more importantly, she was a caring person who used her influence to help others. She was a patriotic woman who supported the war effort wholeheartedly. She organized events that raised nearly $2 million to fund military needs. Her dedication to her country and her generous spirit made her loved even more. Sadly, her life was cut short when she died in a plane crash in 1942 while returning from a war bond rally. Her death shocked Hollywood, and especially her husband, Clark Gable, with whom she shared one of the most famous romances in film history. Carole Lombard left behind a legacy not only because of her comedy but also for her kindness and her desire to make the world a better place. Her influence still lives on as one of the nicest and most beloved actresses of Hollywood's golden age. So many people remember Debbie Reynolds as a shining star of Hollywood's golden age. She embodied resilience and talent, showing strength even in difficult times. She rose to fame quickly because of her unforgettable role in Singin' in the Rain, which made her one of the most loved actresses of her time. Despite her success, she faced many personal challenges. She went through a high-profile divorce from Eddie Fisher and struggled with financial problems, especially when her husband's mismanagement caused her to lose her money. Yet, Reynolds never gave up. She dedicated much of her life to preserving Hollywood's history. She built one of the largest collections of movie memorabilia in the world, hoping to turn it into a museum so future generations could learn about the movies she loved. Sadly, she had to sell much of her collection due to financial issues, but her passion for movies and Hollywood's legacy stayed strong. Besides her acting career, she was also a passionate supporter of charity work, helping children, and raising awareness about mental health. Her daughter Carrie Fisher often said Reynolds was a force of nature, someone who faced problems with humor and determination. Even in her later years, Reynolds kept performing and inspiring others, showing that a true star's light shines both on stage and in life. Certainly, James Stewart was more than just one of Hollywood's most celebrated actors. He was a symbol of authenticity, integrity, and generosity that defined the golden age of Hollywood. Over a career that lasted more than 50 years, he captivated audiences with his natural acting style. His performances were simple yet powerful, making his characters feel real and relatable. Many of his roles in classic films, such as Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and It's a Wonderful Life, helped cement his reputation as the everyman of American cinema. These movies showed his ability to connect with viewers, portraying honest, earnest characters who fought for justice and hope. Despite his fame, Stewart stayed humble and approachable. He preferred a quiet life away from the busy spotlight, showing that he valued his privacy and the simple pleasures of life. During World War II, he enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Forces and chose not to use his celebrity status for easy assignments. Instead, he became a brave and decorated pilot, flying combat missions and earning the rank of brigadier general. His service was a testament to his character and sense of duty. After returning to acting, he worked with famous director Alfred Hitchcock in movies like Rear Window and Vertigo. These films proved he could handle suspense and drama equally well, showing his versatility as an actor. Off-screen, Stewart was known for his kindness and loyalty. He was friendly and respectful to his co-stars and crew members, maintaining lifelong friendships that lasted many years. When he died in 1997, President Bill Clinton called him a national treasure, recognizing his importance not only as a talented actor, but also as a person who inspired others with his honesty and good heart. Stewart's legacy continues to remind us of the kind of actor and person we should aspire to be. Since her rise to fame, Julie Andrews has been known as a person of great grace, talent, and kindness. She captured the hearts of many viewers with her memorable roles in movies such as Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music. Her sweet, angelic singing voice and warm presence on screen made her one of Hollywood's most loved actresses. At the same time, Andrews was admired for her humble and positive attitude off the camera. When she was cast in the Broadway production of My Fair Lady as Eliza Doolittle, she was seen as a rising star. However, she was replaced in the film version. Despite this disappointment, Andrews handled the situation with humility, never criticizing the producers or the decision. Instead, she focused on her next big chance, which turned out to be her Oscar-winning role as Mary Poppins. She always created a friendly environment on set, often entertaining cast and crew with stories or singing songs spontaneously. Her kindness extended beyond acting. Andrews dedicated her life to helping children learn to read. She wrote popular books for children and worked with charities to promote education and literacy. Her work with UNICEF and other humanitarian groups showed her deep compassion for others. Later in her life, Andrews faced problems with her voice due to vocal cord issues, which made singing difficult. Nevertheless, she remained a respected figure in entertainment, inspiring many new performers. Her kindness, resilience, and efforts to improve the world have made her an enduring and beloved figure. Her legacy continues to influence and inspire people everywhere. Then, Audrey Hepburn's ethereal beauty and talent made her one of the most celebrated actresses of all time. She captivated audiences in Roman Holiday, earning an Academy Award for her first major Hollywood role, and solidified her status with Breakfast at Tiffany's, becoming a fashion and cultural icon. Her elegant look and charming screen presence made her unforgettable to movie fans around the world. However, it was her work as a humanitarian that truly defined her legacy. Having survived the hardships of Nazi-occupied Europe as a child, Hepburn developed a deep sense of empathy and compassion that guided her throughout her life. She often used her fame to help others and cared deeply about making a difference. In her later years, she dedicated much of her time to working with UNICEF, using her voice and influence to bring attention to underprivileged children across the world. Whether she was visiting famine-stricken villages, speaking at international events, or helping raise funds for children's causes, Hepburn's humanitarian efforts were tireless and heartful. Her kindness and dedication showed that true beauty is not just about appearance, but about how we treat others. She remains not only a cinematic legend, but also one of the most inspiring figures of Hollywood's golden age, proving that kindness and a willingness to help can leave a lasting legacy. After all, Nat King Cole was more than just a singer with a smooth voice. He was a role model and trailblazer who made a big impact beyond his musical talent. His velvety baritone and elegant piano skills made his music stand out, turning songs like Unforgettable, Mona Lisa, and the Christmas song into timeless classics that many still love today. Though he was one of the most popular jazz musicians of the 20th century, his journey was filled with obstacles due to the time of racial segregation in America. As an African-American artist, Cole often faced discrimination in both the music business and everyday life. Even when he became the first black person to host a nationally televised variety show, he was forced to cancel it because advertisers would not support a black host, citing racial bias. Despite these hardships, Cole refused to let discrimination dampen his spirit or define his career. He used his success to help others, often supporting other musicians who were struggling and speaking out for civil rights. Known for his kindness and resilience, Cole quietly worked to make the world a fairer place while shining as a musical icon. His legacy is not only marked by his beautiful music, but also by how he faced adversity with dignity and strength, inspiring many generations afterward. Mary Pickford, known affectionately as America's sweetheart, was much more than a silent film star. She was a remarkable woman who changed Hollywood in many ways. Starting her career in the early 20th century, she quickly became a favorite with audiences because of her expressive acting and charming personality. Her popular films included Pollyanna and Little Annie Rooney, which made her a household name. But Pickford's influence went far beyond acting. She was also a smart businesswoman who helped found United Artists along with Charlie Chaplin, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffith. This partnership gave her control over her work in an industry where most actors had little say. Her business skills helped change Hollywood, showing that actors could manage their careers and produce their own films. Pickford was known for her kindness and dedication to social causes. She supported the war efforts by selling Liberty Bonds and helped create the Motion Picture Relief Fund to help actors facing hard times. As a strong supporter of women in movies, she encouraged future female filmmakers and producers. Even after she stopped acting, Mary Pickford remained a vital part of Hollywood, pushing the industry forward and inspiring many others. Her legacy as a talented actress and a pioneering businesswoman still lives on today. Jack Benny was one of the most beloved comedians of Hollywood's golden age, and his unique sense of humor made him a standout figure in entertainment history. Known for his exceptional timing, Benny had a way of making audiences laugh with just a simple pause or a well-timed look, which became his signature style. He created an iconic persona as a lovable miser, often joking about being extremely stingy and obsessed with savings, which made his comedy so relatable and endearing. His radio and television shows reached millions of people, transforming him into a household name and earning him admiration from fans and fellow entertainers alike. Despite his on-screen image of a penny pincher, in real life Benny was the exact opposite. He was kind, generous, and truly caring about others. He used his influence to support many emerging talents, offering mentorship to stars like Frank Sinatra and George Burns, helping them build their careers. During World War II, Benny showed his patriotism by performing for U.S. troops stationed overseas, boosting morale and bringing laughter to soldiers in difficult times. His charitable work was extensive, with regular donations to hospitals, children's organizations, and other humanitarian causes. People who worked with him often remembered his willingness to share the spotlight and his genuine kindness, which made working with him a special experience. Over time, as comedy styles changed, Benny's influence remained strong, and his humor continued to be cherished. His self-deprecating jokes and warm personality left a lasting mark, and his legacy as one of the greatest entertainers of his era remains until today. Benny's life and work demonstrated that humor combined with kindness could truly touch many lives and stand the test of time. Fred Astaire was not just a dancer, he was a revolutionary figure in cinema who changed how dance was used in movies. His career lasted more than 70 years, during which he created some of the most famous musical films. Movies like Swing Time, Top Hat, and Shall We Dance showcased his incredible talent and set new standards for musical performances. Astaire's dance routines were carefully planned and practiced until they were perfect, often performing with legendary partners like Ginger Rogers. He was known for being a perfectionist, sometimes practicing so long that his feet bled to ensure every move was smooth and elegant. Despite his fame, Astaire stayed humble and often gave credit to his partners and choreographers for his success. He was a soft-spoken and kind person who loved his craft and inspired many dancers after him. Off the stage, he was devoted to his family, taking time away from Hollywood to raise his children after his wife's death. In his later years, he still was respected in the entertainment world and took part in special roles and appearances. His impact on dance, music, and film remains unmatched, making him one of Hollywood's most loved and admired actors. While many may recognize Sammy Davis Jr. for his incredible talents in singing, dancing, acting, and comedy, they might not fully appreciate the challenges he faced in a society deeply divided by racial segregation. Despite these obstacles, Davis became a true powerhouse in entertainment, earning his place among the most famous and respected performers of the golden age of Hollywood. As a core member of the Rat Pack, alongside icons like Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, he brought charisma, charm, and versatility to every performance. His voice was rich and captivating, making his recordings unforgettable, and his dynamic dance moves dazzled audiences worldwide. However, Behind his fame was a man who endured discrimination that could have easily broken his spirit. He was often turned away from hotels despite being a renowned performer, and faced threats because of his interracial relationships and activism. Yet, Davis refused to be held back by these injustices. Instead, he channeled his experiences into activism, aligning himself with civil rights leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and actively speaking out for racial equality. His groundbreaking achievement of being the first African American to sleep in the White House as a guest marked a significant milestone in history. Offstage, Davis was known for his kindness, mentoring young performers, helping those in need, and showing exceptional generosity. His resilience, talent, and compassion made him not just a star, but a symbol of courage and hope that inspired many generations. His legacy continues to remind us of the power of perseverance and the importance of standing up for justice. William Powell was the epitome of sophistication and wit, seamlessly transitioning from silent films to the golden era of talkies. Throughout his career, he became known for his debonair presence and sharp comedic timing, which made him a favorite among audiences. He is best remembered for his role as Nick Charles in the popular The Thin Man series, where his charm and intelligence brought the character to life with remarkable ease. His on-screen partnership with Myrna Loy was legendary, and their chemistry was considered unmatched in Hollywood history, creating some of the most memorable romantic comedies of the time. Despite his polished and elegant image, Powell faced personal hardships. One of the most tragic moments was the loss of his fiancée, Jean Harlow, which deeply affected him and showed a more sensitive side behind his smooth exterior. Off-screen, Powell was known to be a generous and supportive co-star, often helping others feel comfortable and confident while on set. Unlike many actors of his era who continued working into old age, Powell chose to retire early, leaving behind a remarkable body of work that still endures today. His final film, Mr. Roberts in 1955, marked the end of his acting career and symbolized the closing chapter of a distinguished era in Hollywood. Still, his legacy lives on through his timeless performances, and he remains one of Hollywood's true gentlemen, admired not only for his talent, but also for his kindness and grace. Powell's presence in the film industry helped shape the golden age of Hollywood, and his influence continues to be felt by actors and audiences alike. His life and work serve as a testament to the elegance and professionalism that defined a generation of film stars. Despite being best known for his roles on the big screen, David Niven was much more than just an actor. He embodied the image of the perfect British gentleman with his wit, charm, and natural ease that made audiences feel at ease. His effortless charisma was evident in every performance, and he took pride in his ability to tell captivating stories both in his movies and in real life. When he won an Academy Award for his role in Separate Tables, it was a recognition not just of his talent, but also of his deep understanding of human nature and storytelling. Niven also authored memoirs that became bestsellers, providing fans a rare glimpse into Hollywood's golden age. His stories were filled with humor and honesty, revealing the joys and struggles of life in the film industry. Yet, his career was temporarily interrupted by the outbreak of World War II, during which he served as a lieutenant colonel in the British Army. Unlike many actors who participated in the war effort from the safety of symbolic roles, Niven actively fought on the front lines, engaging in dangerous missions and showing great courage. Despite these achievements, he remained humble and never took himself too seriously, which endeared him even more to fans and friends alike. He was known for supporting fellow actors, offering encouragement and advice to those just starting their careers. His close friendships with legendary stars like Cary Grant and Errol Flynn were filled with humor and camaraderie, and he kept these relationships throughout his life. Niven's unique ability to combine elegance with warmth made him one of Hollywood's most beloved figures, leaving behind a legacy of remarkable performances, entertaining stories, and a generous spirit that continues to inspire many. While many remember Paul Newman as a talented actor with a career lasting over 50 years, he was also a remarkable humanitarian, entrepreneur, and philanthropist whose work touched many lives beyond Hollywood. He became famous for his unforgettable roles in films like Cool Hand Luke, The Sting, Butch Cassidy, and The Sundance Kid, and The Verdict. His striking blue eyes and natural charm made him a popular leading man, but it was his kindness and heart that truly made him a legend. Unlike some actors who chase fame, Newman preferred to keep his life private and focused on making a difference. In 1982, he started Newman's Own, a food company that donates all its profits to charity. This company has raised hundreds of millions of dollars to help children's hospitals, education programs, and fights against poverty. Newman also created the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, a special place where children with serious illnesses can find happiness and hope. His dedication to helping others showed that he cared deeply about making the world a better place. Because of his generosity and talent, Newman gained the respect and admiration of many people. His lasting legacy includes not only the films he starred in, but also the many lives he changed through his acts of kindness. His life proved that a true star shines brightest when giving back to others. Certainly, despite being a talented comedian and actor, Danny Thomas's true legacy extends far beyond his work in entertainment. He was best known for his hit TV sitcom, Make Room for Daddy, which made him a familiar face in American households for many years. However, it was his humanitarian efforts that truly defined his character and left a lasting impact on society. Thomas dedicated much of his life to philanthropy, especially through the founding of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This hospital became one of the most famous medical centers for treating children with serious illnesses. Danny Thomas believed that no child should suffer because of money problems, and he worked tirelessly to ensure that St. Jude provided free treatment to children battling life-threatening diseases. His faith and personal experiences inspired his devotion to helping others. He used his celebrity status to raise awareness and gather funds for the hospital, making a difference in thousands of young lives. Today, St. Jude continues to save many children's lives, standing as a symbol of Thomas's kindness and vision. His influence reached beyond comedy and television, showing that success can be used to help others and create positive change. Danny Thomas's life teaches us that fame can be a tool for good, and his work has inspired many to give back and serve their communities. Through his actions, he proved that being a kind and caring person is the true meaning of success. Certainly, Cary Grant, born Archibald Leach, was a man who transformed himself from a humble working-class boy in England into one of Hollywood's most enduring and admired icons. His journey is remarkable because he managed to create a unique image that combined effortless charm, sophisticated style, and impeccable comedic timing, making him a favorite among audiences for decades. He starred in some of the most beloved films of his era, including North by Northwest, To Catch a Thief, and An Affair to Remember, films that still hold a special place in classic cinema. His suave and debonair image made him one of Hollywood's most bankable leading men. But what set him apart was his professionalism and kindness behind the scenes. Unlike many stars who might have been difficult or overly concerned with fame, Grant was known for his genuine nature and respect toward colleagues. He was meticulous about his career choices, often turning down roles that did not suit his on-screen persona to protect his legacy. His careful selection of projects helped him maintain an image of elegance and charm that the public loved. Despite his fame, Grant remained humble and approachable, often going out of his way to mentor young actors and offer friendly guidance. This compassion and generosity added to his reputation as one of the nicest actors during the golden age of Hollywood. In 1970, the film industry recognized his contributions with an honorary Oscar, a testament to his influence and impact on cinema, even though he never won a competitive Academy Award. After the birth of his daughter, Grant made the rare decision to retire from acting at the peak of his career to focus on being a father, which resonated with many as an act of true dedication. His grace, humor, and kindness made him not only a star, but also a beloved figure who left a lasting legacy. From examining the lives and actions of the nicest actors of Hollywood's golden age, it becomes clear that their kindness and humility made a lasting impact that extends beyond their films. These stars demonstrated that true greatness involves not just talent, but also how they treat others with respect and compassion. Their genuine concern for colleagues, fans, and charitable causes shows that kindness can shine even in a competitive and glamorous environment. Their actions set a positive example for others in the industry and remind us that humility and warmth are valuable qualities that can leave a meaningful legacy. Through their words and deeds, these actors fostered a sense of community and kindness that continues to inspire many today. Their stories teach us that staying true to our values, even amid fame and pressure, can create a lasting impression on society and the world of entertainment. Their legacy proves that kindness truly is a mark of greatness that can endure through